So there's over 900 different breeds of sheep across the world, and Sewerby is home to 2. So I'll tell you a little bit about the Shetland sheep first. So here we have some Shetland sheep. They originally come from the Shetland Isles, and they can be dated back to thousands of years ago. The Norwegians fetched them over and started using them for their wool and primarily for the meat as well. And then in the 1900s, then these guys became really popular for use in, some of you might have heard of the Fair Isle sweaters and clothing and knitwear like that. And that's because these guys, although they're quite weighty, they are actually one of the smallest breeds of British sheep. They're also really slow to grow, and these guys usually produce around 2 lambs at a time, so they're really good breeders. The gestation period is around 5 months, and they usually, as I say, breed and produce at least 2 lambs a year. Because they're smaller, it also makes them easier to handle. Then the other sort of sheep we've got in here is the Cameroon sheep. So there's Thistle up there. Now the Cameroon sheep are from Cameroon in West Africa, and these are slightly different to other types of sheep because they're specially adapted to living in their hot climate because they don't actually have wool. It's a fine hair coat. So in the autumn, around August time, they start to develop an undercoat because the weather gets a little bit cooler over in Cameroon. And then during the summer, as it starts to get hotter, they'll then shed their hair coat and leaves them with a thin layer just to protect their bodies from the sun. So you can see with Thistle up there, she's nicely molted and she's all ready for the summer. With the Shetland sheep, we have to shear those guys, so they come in a variety of different colours. So there's 11 recognised colours, and then there's over 30 recognised markings. So you can see here that we've got some black ones, some white ones, and I'll introduce you to the gang. So over here, this is Larry. Larry's 4 years old, and his twin sister is just next to him called Coco. And their mum is Hazel, the ewe with the horns. She arrived with us already in lamb, so Larry and Coco were a bit of a surprise to us as we weren't expecting any. Then we have April, the big white Shetland sheep. Now April was born here 6 years ago. And then we also have Maggie and Bo, are the other 2 smaller black sheep. And then with the Cameroon sheep, we've got Thistle over there, and we have Hazel, and we rehomed both of those from a private collection. So we're not entirely sure how old they are. But the average life expectancy is between around 12 years old.